Inside a gigantic burning star, where life was thought to be impossible, a solitary palace stood. Outside, a destructive fire raged, but within that room, there was a peace as if time itself had stood still.
He was one of the universe's most brilliant treasure makers, and right now, he faced his greatest problem: boredom.
His cultivation was so high that pain and fatigue had almost ceased to exist for him, yet he kept lying in strange positions, trying to find something new in his boring life.
On the surface, he seemed like an ordinary youth, but his true age and achievements could shock the entire universe.
At only 12 Elysian cycles of age, he became the most brilliant treasure maker in the Elysian network. He was tasked with creating a treasure that required access to the pure energy of a newborn universe. That energy was called Protos energy, the first and purest power at the birth of any universe. Combining energy, metal, laws, and consciousness, he was forging a treasure of extraordinary power. According to Earth's time, he had been continuously engaged in that task for 14 billion years. Even after finishing the hardest task, his greatest problem was not solved. It was endless loneliness. To pass the time, he created tiny creatures from energy. But after a while, they also began to bore him. Sometimes he would shape figures in the star's fire. At times, he would make the entire universe his canvas. Yet his expression remained completely bored. Sometimes, by watching the motion of planets, he would predict which stone would collide with which moon. Then one day, an idea came to his mind that reignited his interest. What if treasures didn't just remain objects, but could develop their own thoughts and souls? Sometimes, he began to create small treasures that could develop their own intelligence over time. But he also gave them limits, so that they could never go beyond his control. He instilled specific functions within each treasure, and then he gave them a name: systems. And then, he spread those systems across the entire newborn universe. Now he just had to wait for the first lucky being in this universe to find a system. At that very time, on a tiny planet in the universe, everything seemed normal. On Earth, a quiet night in Mumbai was flowing in its usual manner. The youth sitting on that bench looked completely normal on the surface. His name was Aarav. It wasn't his body that was tired. His mind had been exhausted for a long time. Good education, a good job. His mind had been exhausted. He had everything that people hope for. In his free time, he made small video games, just because he loved to do it. Then one day, an online streamer brought his game to the world. How were these mechanics made? What started as a joke suddenly turned into success. How is this increasing so fast? Soon after, a big gaming company bought his game. We want to buy this project.
He began to remember how even small things in childhood gave such immense happiness.
Even a simple samosa then felt like a grand party. Now he had everything, but that same feeling was lost somewhere.
It was already quite late. He finally decided to return home. Just then, his eyes fell upon a light shining in the sky. He didn't believe in such things, yet he playfully made a wish. I wish life would get a bit interesting. Let's see if anything changes. Yet he playfully made a wish. I wish life would get a bit interesting.
Aarav had no idea that the answer to his simple wish was already racing Singh silently toward him.
Everything happened within a single moment, so fast that no human mind could ever process it. Before Aarav could even react, the mysterious light reached him. What? In the very next instant, the entire world disappeared into absolute darkness. Where am I? His consciousness slowly returned, but nothing around him made any sense. What is happening? Where? Then, without any warning, the space around him began to change. A cold mechanical voice echoed through the endless void, as though an ancient system had finally awakened.
Process complete.
The mysterious interface came alive, and the system officially began its launch sequence.
System launch initiated.
The system began analyzing its chosen host, searching every detail with perfect precision.
Host detected. Identity verification in progress.
The verification was complete. The system had finally chosen its rightful host.
Host confirmed. Welcome to the Mysterious Inn.